Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing Q&A. Yay! So this is my first Q&A ever, and I'm doing it because it's the last video of the year and I just want to do something different and just have like a conversation with everyone. So you guys sent me questions. Some of the questions are very hilarious, but I'm going to answer as much as I can in today's video. So I'll be reading out questions from my iPad here in case you guys see me looking down. But yeah, let's get into it. Hey guys, if you're new here, please subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for tuning in to watch my Q&A video today. So let's get into it. The first question here is from Dan. How do I deal with inconsistency? First of all, before I even answer this question, I have done a full video, like a full YouTube video on how to be more consistent, how to deal with inconsistency. I'm going to link it somewhere in this video, and I'm also going to put it in the description box below. Please, whoever you are, and for anybody that wants to learn more about how to be more consistent, please check it out. At least you can learn from me, because I have been consistent with my YouTube channel this year. Every single weekend I have not like failed. I have posted on my channel, so I have been consistent, and of course other areas of my life, so I know what I'm talking about. So please go watch that video. But just for the sake of this video, I'm just going to use like a few seconds to talk about like just the overhead things. First of all, you need to find out why you have been inconsistent. So you need to know, like, are you just plain on lazy? Are you distracted this at this phase of your life or this season of your life? The things that you're handling, are they too much? And then this thing that you're being inconsistent at or in, are you adding it to an already full schedule? Some of you are very busy and you just keep adding more and more things, and then you notice that some things are just falling off your hands. And I think you need to be very honest with yourself first to find out why you have been inconsistent. If you really dig deep and you are very, very open and honest with yourself, you will find out why you have been inconsistent. So really find out why. From there, you would start, thinking about the solution. So of course, if you have taken on more than you can chew, you now have to start like laying off some things that you don't need right now. Just like prioritize your things. So depending on the source problem, you need to start finding solutions from there. So that's the first thing you need to do. And then the next thing you need to do is to take it one day at a time, or just take it like bit by bit. I mentioned this in detail in the video that I already said before, but it like, instead of saying, oh, I want to start this thing, you can just say, I want to do this very small thing that would help me to start this thing. I use an example of a business. So you can maybe register a business or create the logo or create the social media page. Those are just small things that you can start when you break down like that very big goal. Sometimes it's very, very scary. So you need to also do that. Another thing I want to mention on inconsistency is some people just give up when they miss their goal. So let's say they want to do 75 hard and they have done, let's say, 20 days, or they have done 10 days or even 5 days, and then they just give up because they couldn't do 6, 7, 8, and then they keep doing day 1, day 1, day 2, oh day 2, oh day 3, oh day 4. They start again day 1, day 2. Before you know, you've done 30 days, but you, of course, they are scattered. But it's better to continue. Even if you keep doing day ones, it's better than to give up and say you're not doing it again. But yeah, please go watch that video, and everything you need will be in that video, I promise you. But thank you for sending your question. The next question I have is from Kim. Hi, Kim. So I took a long break to have kids. How do I get back into the workforce? I have some work experience and even a master's. This is a very common problem amongst married women or women who have had to like put a pause on their career to go back to, they put a pause on their career to raise children. And first of all, congratulations, it's not easy. Some people put childbirth after they have reached a certain age, a certain stage in their career, because of things like this. So first of all, I just want to encourage you that it's not the end of the world. You would always have opportunities to do things. So let's get to the answer. So for the first thing you need to do your research. Are you starting a new career? are you going back to your old one? Let's say you were a banker or you were a product designer or whatever you were doing. Do you want to continue as a banker or as a product designer, or do you just want to move to something else? Maybe you want to now become a civil engineer, perhaps. So you need to do your research. What are the things that are required to be a civil engineer today? I mean, this is 2025, but 2026. But you guys, like, so many things have changed in terms of like the corporate world. So it depends on how long you've been away, but a lot of things have changed. You need to do your research, especially if you're moving to a new field. So a lot of people want to, let's say, transition to tech these days. You need to understand, what are the things that I need to do, what are the skills I need to do, what are the courses that I need to take, who are the people that I need to connect with, all of that. That very, very important. So that's the first step you need to do. You need to do your own research to find out what is obtainable today, even salary range, like what are they paying the people that are doing this thing that I say I want to do. So that's the first thing you need to do. Another thing you need to do after doing your research and everything is now to start preparing. So what else can you do to prepare? You need to update your CV. If you have a LinkedIn, you must have a LinkedIn. You should update your LinkedIn and then state your break. So you don't have to put like a very long difference between when you stopped working and now. You can actually put the break and then make it sound very, very interesting. So someone took a work break, and the way she explained the work break that she took, even me, if I was a recruiter, I'm going to hire her. Her next job was at Google. Of course, that's a one-off story, but it's important that you craft a story as to why you took your break. So on your CV, you put the break there. Maybe for 3 years you've been out of the workforce, or for 10 years, or for 6 years, whatever. You need to put the reason why, like, I was raising children. You need to put the specific things you did. If you did assignments, you need to craft it properly. If you help them with like learning things, remember you are the mother, and most mothers even teach their children, like they homeschool them. You need to put the things that you were doing that will make you sound like someone who is perfect at project management, perfect at communication, perfect at just like handling things, because those are soft skills that a lot of people don't even have or don't do so well. So you need to package the things that you learned, in early motherhood, and put them in your CV and say, even though I was on a break, these are the things that I've learned while raising my children, and I was able to do this and do that and do that. Sometimes people don't see motherhood as something that, is part of your work experience, but it's part of it. So please know how you would put it together. So you can even start like internship roles, you can start very junior roles, anything just to get your foot in the door. Remember, there are people that are looking for the same job as you that didn't even take any break. So you need to be open-minded to do that. And then last but not the least, for something like this, you need community. So the community can be maybe like other women who took a break that want to come back to the workforce, or it can just be the people that you want to be like. So let's say you know somebody, or you know people who have done such and such in the field that you want to go into. You need to create a community, add yourself to them, tell them what your plans are, tell everybody around you that, oh, I'm looking for a new job, this is what has happened, I gave birth and now I'm trying to get back into the workforce. Just try your best to see how you can incorporate everything that all the people that in one single bubble. Is really going to help you. You cannot say you want to come back to work, and then even your old colleagues don't know that you're coming back to work, and then your fellow mothers that have gone back to work, you have not reached out to any of them. You need to form that community either by yourself or find one and join. It's very important, because your community will motivate you, your community will plug you to opportunities, your community would even like push you and encourage you when you feel like giving up, because it's a very tough world, and a lot of people are trying to get jobs like all over the world. It's a global issue. So even finding jobs as a normal person is quite challenging, then seeing that you have been out of work for a very long time. So you need community. It's good and it's important that you do that. So let's move to our next question. So this question is from Anon. So they mentioned their name, but they said I shouldn't share, and that's fine. So let's start. How are menial jobs in the UK? So he has 3 questions here. How are menial jobs in the UK? What should one prepare for when moving so as to begin upon arrival? Very interesting. This is the first question that he sent. First of all, I don't know how the menial jobs are because it's not something I personally do, but I have an idea of what some people do to make ends meet because it's really tough, in the UK. People do like kitchen porter jobs, people do warehouse jobs. I don't know if warehouse is even menial because they pay some good average amount of money. Also, people do like janitor work and they clean as well. So if that's what you mean by menial jobs, people do menial jobs and it's not so bad, to be honest. It just helps them, especially students that cannot really do certain kinds of job. So they are restricted to it. So that's for that question. The next one is like is attached to this one. What should one prepare for when moving so as to begin upon arrival? First of all, you need to ask yourself like, why do I want to move to the UK? What visa route will I use to move to the UK? How am I going to how am I going to feed? Where am I going to live? Like those things are very important. Sometimes you might be inspired to leave, you might be motivated to leave, like, oh, wherever you are, you didn't stay your country here, but let me just say you're in Nigeria and you want to leave, and you're like, oh, let me just gather money, let me borrow money, let me sell this and leave. If you don't prepare properly, which you haven't asked what is there to prepare, you might regret. So the first thing is to have a good path. So what I mean by part is there are different ways to come to the UK. You can come as a dependent, you can come as a spouse, which is also like a dependent visa. You can come on a skilled worker visa where the company that has hired you brings you to the UK. You can come as a global talent visa, which is a tier one UK visa. You can come, I think, as a sports person. You can come as what other way? I think there's a religious visa where a religious body would hire somebody and then bring them to the UK. So you can come to the UK with different means. You have to find out what means am I coming with, and what are the dependencies, or what are the factors that affect that particular visa tier that I'm coming with. For example, with a student visa, there are some things that you cannot do. With maybe a religious visa, there's some things you cannot do. I don't have enough information there, but you need to understand, like, how am I coming to the UK? First of all, then after that, you now have to ask yourself, like, okay, I'm coming to the UK through skilled worker visa. That means the company is going to pay my salary, right? But for that first month, how am I going to manage? Where am I going to live? So you need to start thinking, okay, if I don't get money, or if I don't have money right now, do I need to wait to save before I get money? Most times I advise people that you need to have 6 months to 1 year of savings that can make you comfortably live in the UK before coming, because something can happen. I know somebody that moved to the UK and then lost the job. So just imagine you come to the UK on a skilled worker visa and then the company says, oh, sorry, we're not doing again. You don't want to go back to Nigeria because I mean you've already done big party that and you said you want to leave the country. So it's important that you save money. So one of the things you need to prepare is like this particular part you want to do, the money that you would need there, and of course accommodation. Money and accommodation is quite like it's together because you need money to rent a house. But sometimes when you land, you might not have where to even stay to start looking for the house. So you need to maybe get someone there to help you look for the house if you have money to pay for rent, or you can like reach out to your family, friends, or your friends, your relatives, anybody that can help you with accommodation for like a period, let's say 1 month, 3 months, or whatever. So I think those are the top things that you need to prepare. And of course, depending on the time that you're coming to the UK. If you're coming during winter, you need to prepare, like have like winter clothing. If you're coming during summer, you can come with your normal clothing from the country that you're coming from. But yeah, these are the things off the top of my head. If you want more information, you can use the contact me form and we'll chat like privately and I'll give you more information on that. So the second question from this person is, what's your view on someone coming to start life all over? How can such a person start a new career from scratch? I already mentioned some of this starting a new career from scratch when I was talking about the mom. But when you say someone coming to start their life all over, it's similar, but it's quite different in this case because you're not necessarily starting, let's say you're not necessarily starting a new life, like you're not learning new life skills. You're just seeing how you can apply the skills you already have in a new environment. So first of all, you need to understand what goes in that environment. Where are you coming from? What are the things that you can carry from where you're coming from to where you're going? So you've mentioned UK here. So let's say you're coming to the UK from Ghana or from Nigeria, and you need to know what's obtainable there. You need to understand what would make you stand out depending on the career path that you want to choose. Of course, you're starting over, and nobody is necessary, like nobody is really starting over. And I keep telling people over and over again that there's nobody that is really starting over. There will be one or two things that you already do, or the skills you already have, that is needed for your next role. So you're not starting from zero, you're just starting from where you are, and that's okay. So one of the major things you need to do, apart from like doing your research and all of that, is to make sure that you are aligning yourself with the right things. So I can't come to the UK to do, let's say, a doctor role or like a medical role when I have no medical background. I have not done anything medicine related. Nobody knows me for that, like nothing. So you need to find out the skills I have right now, or the things that I can do quickly, how would they align? So some people even do like businesses when they come to the UK. So you can start saying, okay, when I come to the UK, I want to start, sewing dresses. I want to start doing nails and hair. I want to start. So you start preparing from when you're in Nigeria before you move to the UK. Not when you get to the UK, you're like, okay, I want to learn, because it's now going to be more expensive there. So when you're starting your life all over, you need to do a lot of research before you move to the country. So you need to know what you need to do for money, how you're going to survive in the country. If you're switching to a new career, the kind of people you need around you, you need to network. Very, 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 very important. Of course, you can network with your community people, which is like, as I'm a Nigerian, so like maybe Nigerians in the UK, but you also need to network with people in the industry that you want to work at. So I'm in tech, I need to go for tech events, I need to connect with tech people. Anything that is going to bring me closer to the people that are doing the thing that I'm doing, I need to grab it with both hands. It's very important, because there are some people that are highly skilled, but they don't really have a lot of visibility, and it affects them because a lot of people don't even know what they're doing. And maybe even their LinkedIn is very, very important, because a lot of recruiters use LinkedIn to search for people. And if your LinkedIn is not optimized, nobody's really seeing you. So that's something you need to look at as well. But yeah, I just want to encourage you, if you're going to start from scratch, it's not really easy. But yeah, you will be able to make it. Just make sure you have the right skills that, if you don't have, you need to search what are the high value skills today in the UK. What can I do in the UK today to make money? How can I settle in the UK? Those things are very important. Just do them, and I believe that you succeed. The next question is, what city are you based in? Same person. I'm based in London, in the UK. Anyway, so the next question is from Angela. So Angela says, I have two questions. Would you date a younger man? What are your views here? Asking for myself, since I am considering it. Then the next question she has is, how long should a talking stage last? So the first one, would you date a younger man? What are your views here? Asking for myself, since I am considering it. Short answer, yes. So longer answer, or like medium medium answer, is going to be more around, of course, age gap. You need to check like what's the age gap, and then is this person mature enough. Maturity is even subjective, but is the person an adult, first of all, because you cannot be having any kind of relationship with someone who is not an adult. In fact, I don't even have a relationship with someone that is freshly adult. I don't know how to put it. Of course, some people may come for me as it's controversial. They say, oh, if 18 is the adult age, why not 18? Not for me. This is my opinion. So first of all, age gap, like it shouldn't be. So some people have rules like, oh, it shouldn't be more than 4 or 5 years. It shouldn't be more than 3 years. So it depends on you. But for me, the age gap shouldn't be too much. 2 to 4 years, that's fine. But anything after that is like becoming a stretch. But of course, we need to think about like, what does the person value? What does the person think? Like, how's the person's mindset? What kind of life is the person living? There are a lot of things that you need to look out for. aside from the age. But yeah, I know that it can be a bit tricky because of society we're in, and then a lot of women are doing it these days, and it's even like a sensation, like, oh, the younger men are the ones that are reaching out to them and all of that. But I don't know, it's up to you. So I think it's a personal question that you need to ask yourself privately and then get to it. The next question you said is, how long should a talking stage last? Guys, let's abolish talking stage in 2026. Let's abolish it, let's cancel it, let's ban it. But anyways, I think personally 4 weeks to like 4 to 8 weeks is fine if you are intentionally dating and you're trying to like get to know someone in talking stage before you like officially date them. 4 to 6 weeks or 8 weeks is enough. You can ask all the questions you want to ask, and if you're not really feeling them in about 2 months, some people say 3 months is fine, but I believe that 1 to 2 months is fine. You should already know if you want to even want to date someone, because dating is still getting to know the person. So if you're just talking before dating, before getting to know the person deeper, that means like it's already too long. So 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, around that time is enough. Please don't do stalking stage for 6 months, 1 year. Like, that person does not want to be with you, boy or girl or anybody. Please, no. Personally, but everyone has like their own method or their own idea of how long it should be. Some people are slow burners, some people are fast burners, and whatever. But yeah, for me, in 1 month, in fact, in 24 hours, I already know. But yeah, that's just me. The next question is from Anon, and Anon is saying, what do you look out for in what do you look out for in a man? I have approached you, but you didn't seem interested. I believe I have the right qualities, so I'm curious. Oh well, what do you look out for in a man? Simple. Someone that has a good head on his shoulders. Full stop. I'm not going to go into details on that. If you have a good head on your shoulders, I'm fine. So yeah, if you want to know more, you can contact me through the place that you contacted me before. I don't know where you contacted me, but and if we start to talk, I would also do my research, because most times when people reach out to me, like, you have LinkedIn, you have Twitter, you have, and then I have friends that know friends, I know people that know people. I've already like found out a lot about you. So sometimes if I didn't seem interested, it's because I saw something weird on your page or something. I don't know. Sorry. So this next question is from someone. He put his name, but he said he's anon, so I'm not going to mention the name. So here goes. I had a great lifestyle change recently, a good one in the sense that is positive. At the same time, I have recently realized that I don't care about anything. I have awkward level of being laid back and not caring about anything. This has meant I don't exactly have plans for 2025. When people ask me questions relating to future outlook, I'm at a stage where I can't see anything. What they call NFA, no future ambition. It is quite scary, and I have thought it would be maybe past, but this is over 11 weeks now and I'm still coasting. I know you are on the high energy side, but what do you think, or how do you think non-high energy people can get past the long duration slumps when nothing makes sense and they can't find outlooks or plan the future and can only do one day at a time on autopilot? So this is more like no future ambition, where the person is kind of um just tired probably, and low on energy. And so the person said, I had a great lifestyle change recently. That's already, you can already see where some of the problem is coming from. You had a great lifestyle change recently, a good one in the sense that is positive. So if you had a great lifestyle change, it may just be that you're exhausted and you need to calm down and just prioritize the things that you need to prioritize. So if you're doing 6 things, just say, I'm going to do one thing. Of course you're exhausted. ah First of all, everything that you have described, like, it doesn't seem anything is wrong with you in the sense, like, the core of your person. I don't think there's something particularly wrong that you need to be like very, very weary of. Like I said before, or like you shared, you've had a great lifestyle change. So that's already something. Like, I mean, also when people say, oh, I don't have any future ambition right now, blah blah blah, It's because they're trying to align it with what the world or what the system or what people out there know as future ambition. Like, you need to have plans, you need to write them down, which is great. But sometimes when you're tired, when you're exhausted, you just want to get to the next day. You just want to get to the next week. You just want to get to the next month. Like, you don't even have strength for all those things. So the first thing you need to do would be maybe just take a step back and chill. Like, you tell yourself that, okay, I want to chill for the next 3 months, 6 months, because I just want to take it a day at a time. So you don't need to plan for 2026, for example. You just need to say, okay, in January, what are the things I need? What are the things I'm doing now? Let's say you have a 9 to 5 job. Just focus on the 9 to 5 job. Or let's say you have 9 to 5 job and a business. Just focus on that. Like, all the plenty things that you may have put in put in place to focus on, you do not, I promise you, you do not have to do them. A lot of people that are very ambitious also take breaks. It's just that maybe they have planned in advance on how to keep looking busy while they are on the break, so it doesn't look like they are taking any break, but they're taking breaks. And a lot of ambitious people also break down, like they break down, like they scatter on the ground. So it's important for you to give yourself grace and know that even if it looks like you don't have future ambition right now, you know that you know who you are now. You know yourself. Like, I don't really know you in, like, but you just said that there was something that changed in your life that caused this thing. That means things were going well for you. So if you already have it in you, it will come back. Once you're well rested, once you have aligned yourself with the real priorities of your life, and once you have done the things that you're supposed to do, and those things might be around, okay, thinking about your life, aligning it with the current priorities, thinking of things that you need to pick up, thinking of things you need to lay off. So all those things are the things that you now have to like think about and do. And another thing I want to talk about is, it's not every time that you'll be hustling. It's not every time that you'll be doing ambition. It's not every time. I think I said it in one of my videos. I think the video before the last two videos, or the one before the last one, I mentioned something about just chilling. Like, every single time I have something big that I'm doing, I have something, I have one project, I have this, I have that, just calm down. Like, you don't need to have that hustle mindset all the time. Sometimes you can just breathe, sometimes you can just be, sometimes you can just stay. You don't need to be hustling 247. So maybe your mindset is that, oh, after this great lifestyle change has happened to you, you need to get back into the hustle. It's like, let's say a woman that just gave birth that wants to now start doing everything all over again. Like, your body won't even allow you. So please, maybe rest, think about it, love on your people, allow your loved ones to love you back. This is the time where you chill. This is the time where you take a mental break. If you want to leave social media, please leave. Thank you. Anyways, like I said, for the other person, you can reach out to me um in the contact form, and yeah, we'll chat more. So this is from Charles. You mentioned in one of your videos that you got a scholarship that funded part of your school fees for your MBA. Can you share how you got it? So this person has two questions. This is the first one. So I use Unicaf. So I was working in Nigeria and I needed a platform where I could do my masters, like long distance distance learning. Yes, that's it. So I found Unicaf. My friend was doing her masters, her MBA at the same school, and then she put me on. So if you just Google Unicaf, or maybe I'll put it in the link in this video, you can check them out as well. So you can be in your country and you do a UK masters and all of that from your home country. So it's more like distance learning, like I already mentioned. And when you're applying, it automatically like applies for the scholarship for you. So some people get 70%, 60%, 80%. I think I got 70 or 75% or 80%, around that. My friend got another one, I think it was 80 or 85%. So depending on how strong your application is, they just automatically give you like a scholarship. So if you're going by yourself to do that same course, like an on-site course in that school, it might cost you, let's say, 20k. But because of the discounts that Unicaf also gives you opportunities to apply for, you can pay as low as 5k, 4k, 6k for your school fees. So that's how it's gotten Unicap. That's it. The second question from this same child: what are the top three things a mid-level PM can do to set themselves apart from others. I really want to be an A class PM in 2026. First of all, find out what's hot in your industry or in your organization right now. What are the things that stand out? A lot of people would say, oh, AI, ML, machine learning, artificial intelligence is what's hot right now. You need to now try to learn, practice to be an expert in those things. Another thing is, depending on your work and your organization, you can already see the things that you need to, let's say, improve on, or the things that you need to focus on, either in your reviews from like your manager, or just like everybody needs, or everybody knows the specific areas of their work that they can improve on. So those are the things that you need to even start from before you start like getting out. So start from that. And of course, there's some major things that are just very PMesque. So things like critical thinking, problem solving, effective communication, empathy. Make sure that those soft skills are being like in increased measure in your life in the new year as well. So if you combine all of these, like the soft skills, the things that are trending in the industry, feedback from your manager or feedback from people that have worked with you, you'll be the A class PM that you need to be. The next question is from Kate. Why did you leave Nigeria? Was it a premeditated thought? If yes, how long did you think about it before going for it? What was one thing that made you say, okay, it's time? Short answer, the opportunity came up. I used technician. My manager told me that I should try technician, global talent visa, and I did it. And yeah, they give you like a timeline to leave Nigeria, so I had to leave. Yeah, it wasn't a premeditated thought at all. I was just encouraged to do so, and I did. So I mentioned in one of my videos that some opportunities that I have today are things that I just said, I want to do this thing, and I did it. So this is one of the things as well where I just decided that I want to do this thing, and I did it. So yeah, nothing much there. Yes. The next question is from M. Are you single, or better still, are you looking to date anytime soon? I will be watching this video so I know how I went to strike. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm single. I'm looking to date in 2026. Yeah. Okay. The next question is, Paul, have you made money from YouTube? Yes. Yet. Is it lucrative? The money I've made from YouTube is not from YouTube itself, but from like brands reaching out to me and paying me, and I talk about their stuff in my videos. So that's how I have made money from YouTube. So I think maybe from next year I would start making money from ads being put in my videos, and then from views as well. So yeah, that's it. The next question is Olaide. There is so much pressure on social media. Should I leave all the platforms or work on myself and withstand it? So this question is a very personal question, but I'll just give my opinion. There are times that I've left several social media platforms for different reasons, and I didn't leave all of them. So I just left the ones that were triggering. Maybe they were posting a lot of news that was just causing some sort of trauma. Yeah, so I just left. Sometimes you just see there's one platform that just keeps giving bad news, bad news, bad news. You just have to go. I think I left LinkedIn one time because like there were so many congratulations for something, and at that point I was in a very low place in my life. And while I felt good for the people, while I wanted to like, I was really truly happy for them, it just kept making me feel sad over my own situation. This was about 4 years ago. So I think I left LinkedIn at that time. So it depends on you. If you want to stay there and try to do a lot of work in terms of like, oh my god, I want to stay here, I want to withstand it, I don't know, maybe you can mute some words, you can block some people, I don't know how you want to do it. But me, I just leave. So it's up to you. I think this will be the last question I'll be taking today. This is from Jake. Would you be able to make templates of most of these processes you have shared with us this year? Absolutely. I will. I must. So I will be doing that in the new year. And guys, when I make those templates, please rush. They are very, very good. I think some of them are around like self-awareness, some of them are around like the GPS method, some of them are around like the salary benchmarking worksheet. a lot of things that I have planned. I'm also working on my website, so I'll host them on my website, and you guys will be able to, get access to those templates. So anyway, guys, that's all the questions that we can take today. This video is longer than usual. Of course, it's like a chit chat conversation video, but if you've watched till the end, I'm so grateful. Thank you. Okay, guys, compliments of the season again, and happy new year in advance. I'll see you next year. I have a lot planned for you guys next year. And yeah, take care of yourself. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.